What's up? Good morning. Back under the tree. I wanted to share a little tidbit that I've been observing. I was just working in the coffee shop, that one that I wanted to go to this weekend. Um, I wanted to talk about flow and deep work. I don't want to sound like I'm an expert at deep work and flow, but one of the things that I observed while working in there, there were a bunch more people working on their laptops this morning. And one of the things that I noticed was kind of out of the corner of my eyes, the guy sitting to my left, and there was a girl sitting to my right, just how much they were distracted. Now, okay. I don't know. I don't know what their objective is. I don't know, um, what they're trying to work on and whatever else. But let's take the assumption that we are all there to get deep, focused work in. Now, under that assumption, like every 5 minutes, and there's a section of time for I don't even know. Like I wasn't paying that much attention, but the guy to my left was just on his phone for a while, and I was talking with some other people in the coffee shop, and the girl to my right, opened her laptop, and then she was like sitting with a group, and she was talking with them for a little while, and then after what looked like not very long of time, like closed her laptop and left. And I was like, I think I got up twice in 4 hours. And I didn't look at my phone a single time. And so what I wanted to share or impart on you is if you are working on improving your focus or deep work sessions or trying to do better work, if that is the case, one of the things that I notice is that many people reach for their phone a lot while they are working. And one of the things that I've learned is, well, one of the things that I've stopped doing is reaching for my phone while I work. Um, and I guess the question is why. I'm just gonna ramble off the top of my head. First couple things that come to mind. I think I've started to associate this time as not sacred, but it it is my highest priority time. It is the time where I do my focused work. And so I think just going in with the understanding, I've made the association that like this is my highest priority. Like this is my most focused time. So we're not gonna use my phone while I'm here. I think another thing is understanding that many times nothing's gonna happen in the 4 hours. Nothing urgent is going to happen in the 4 hours that you're there. Now, it's funny that I say that because um, somebody messaged me, and how much context do I give? There's a bug in one of the websites, and the guy who owns the website messaged me this morning asking me to retry. He fixed the bug and to retry. And there happens to be a deadline today with this particular website. So sometimes you can't win them all. But um, in I think you have to ask yourself, in how many times does that actually happen? And the other thing was like he can find somebody else to test the bug. So this is not urgent on my end, but yeah, it doesn't happen very often that I need to respond to someone or something happens and I need to respond like immediately. So that's another thing. I think it's also just habit. I made a video in Ao Nang, Thailand, speaking about why I keep my phone on do not disturb like pretty much all day. And that's still pretty much the case now. It's just gotten to be a habit. When I wake up, it's like a race to get my butt in a coffee shop seat as fast as possible, almost as fast as possible. And I'm really intentional and careful about using my phone when I wake up. My phone's on do not disturb. So I don't look at messages. I don't look at emails. I don't look at anything. The only thing I will look at is the weather, maps, and my Whoop like recovery and sleep stuff. But no messages, no emails. Occasionally, I'm talking like less than 5%, I will look at messages. Um, but I think what it really comes down to is what is your like base case? What is your normal habit? What is your routine? And I think this goes back to I'm making this my brain is making this connection between like diet, healthy eating. It's like, yeah, okay, if you eat salads and vegetables and clean foods and clean meats and just like clean eating all week and then you have a donut, on Sunday morning, it's like you're gonna be okay. And so I think it's the same thing. It's the same thing here with focus and distractions. What else? Creating a habit. I think it's helpful to know that once I hit around noon and I stop working, like I put my phone on off of do not disturb and like look at notifications, clear everything, make sure I'm, not missing anything, and then I put my phone back on do not disturb. So I think knowing that, it's not forever, it's just temporary. We just need to get to noon or whatever, and then you can look at notifications and reply to people and whatever. I think a lot of it comes down to believing that this time is sacred. The word sacred comes to mind. It's not really like religiously sacred. It's just what I was talking about earlier about like this is the purest of time to get work done. Let's not distract ourselves during this time. Like that's my mindset basically. Let me see if I can think of anything else. It helps to have a challenge that you can get into flow in. I think there's some study said you want a challenge that's 4% greater than your current abilities in order to optimize like your flow, whatever. The bro science explanation is like you need to be working on something that's not too boring, that you're not learning anything, you're not being challenged, but not so hard that you're just paralyzed. There's a balance in there between, too easy, too boring, and too hard, too paralyzing. And so having something that you can work on and actively make progress and that's, at least a little bit hard is helpful. I'm realizing that. Because this morning I was just, working on UI, building UI, making things better. And it was there was always something to do. It's not like I was waiting for somebody to reply to me or waiting for an email or just like doing little boring things, you know? So I'll leave it at that. Whatever 4, 5, 3 tips that I have. Making the observation that many people are get distracted by their phones when again under the assumption that these people are trying to get focused deep work done. That's what I'm going with. It may not be true, but that's what that's what I'm there for. So anyway, see you tomorrow. Bye.